Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
All right, time to put the finishing touches on this painting. What the hell? Hang on a second. Gotta get that fixed. Yes, can I help you?
No, sir, but I can sure help you. Special delivery.
Delivery for what? I didn't order anything.
Yes, sir, indeed. Same-day delivery.
What is it?
Yes, sir, it says here, 2 tubes of paint, 3 canvases, 1 bottle of mineral spirits, and a large bottle of resin.
Wait a minute. I didn't even order that yet. I just thought about it this morning.
Indeed, sir, you did. That's part of our new algorithm, which focuses on intuitive and anticipatory shipping.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm glad to see you're so pleased. Should I just leave this here then?
Wait.
Okay, gotta run. Toodaloo.
Wait. Damn it. Son of a... Wait a minute, let me check my phone. Hey, they already charged me. Boy, but what a service.
Welcome to the future.
Oh, man. I had something in my throat there. Welcome to the future, indeed. We are going to go back to the future. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Or where we're going, we don't even need to place an order. That's probably not too far off where the algorithm and AI technology is going to take us. You just have to think about something, and 5 minutes later, it arrives on your doorstep. So, of course, we're going to talk a little bit about something like this. And in true podcast form, I'm also getting this out same day. That's right. I'm releasing this as soon as I'm done with it, after I edit it and do all that stuff. It was Memorial Weekend. I had some medical procedures and stuff to do, and I just didn't get to this. I didn't have time to get to it, so I'm rushing this out today. And what better thing to talk about than same-day delivery? We're not really going to talk about same-day delivery. We're just going to be talking about being efficient and getting your stuff out quickly. Do you have to get your stuff out same day? If somebody orders something, if a collector orders a painting or a group of paintings, do you need to get that out same day? Well, the answer is maybe. I actually get my stuff out very quickly. I have had some records where I've had an order, I've packaged it and shipped it within 2 or 3 hours on the same day. And I'm not doing that in a frantic way. I just feel like it is efficient and it's something that the customer and the collector will appreciate. And then you have a collector typically for life after that, or somebody who might come back at least and have the potential to buy something else if you are that efficient. Obviously, you don't want to skimp on quality, right? You want to be doing something consciously. You want to do it well. You want to, not cut corners, no pun intended, but you want to protect all your corners. You want to protect the paintings and the artwork, whatever you're shipping out, as well as you would normally if you had 3 days to do it. And you just want to get into a rhythm. Once you get better at this, it gets easier. You want to do the same stuff. You want to be writing notes. You want to be, personalized notes to the collector. You want to be, sending little goodies in there if you want to. Obviously, the certificate of authenticity and all that, whatever the purchase order was. Anything that if it's for a service, if it's for an online platform, if they have some other documents that you want to put in there. Obviously, you're going to want to put all that stuff in there, tick all the boxes, do it professionally. But I do think getting stuff out quickly nowadays puts you in another league. We're all looking for these little things that kind of put us above other artists and might be if somebody's going back between, well, you know what? I want to buy another painting. Should I buy it from this artist or this artist? Oh, you know what? This artist got this out to me very quickly, very efficiently, and they were very thoughtful with what they put in the package. I'm going to go with them. That makes sense to me, especially in a world nowadays of same day shipping and, next day shipping and Amazon competing with stuff. I mean, people can just order something. They can rush it overnight. They can get it at 7 a.m. They can get it same day if they really want to, depending on what the product is, of course. But I think people are just getting more and more used to pushing a button and then having it be there. I want this now. And I know artwork is obviously very specialized, and artists sometimes are a little bit more laid back. Sometimes they have a little more stuff going on in the studio. They take their time with stuff. They want to just be like, well, I'll get this out when I get it out. That's fine. Most times you might be okay with that. But I just find it gives me a little edge when I put stuff out fast. If I get it out of the way quickly, not only does it help the collector, not only does it help my reputation, not only does it help my reputation on an online platform if I've sold with them, or a gallery if I've sold with them, but it also gets it off my brain. I think part of it, more than anything for me, it was a thing where I was like, I don't want to have this sitting in my brain for 3 days and then have other things pile up and then maybe I get another painting order. I had 1 month where I had 27 sales. And it's like, if you let that stuff back up, you are going to be so backlogged. You're going to be so buried in all these things you have to do. So almost getting them out efficiently works better for you. It works better for your stress levels. You'd think it would be the opposite. You think it'd be like, oh man, I got to get this out right now. Oh, I'm so stressed. I'm so anxious. Well, you can do it consciously. You can do it while deep breathing while you're doing it. It doesn't have to be a thing where you're just putting so much pressure on yourself and you're stressing yourself out. No, it can be like, look, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to get this out of the way so I can rest, so I can relax, and so I can move on and get in my studio and paint today, or do my administrative work, or do some marketing today. Whatever it is you want to do afterwards, you get that off your brain, on to the next. And then if somebody else does happen to buy a painting or a series of paintings, then you're good. You're like, oh, okay, I got the time for this now. So I do think being efficient with your delivery, with your shipping, is important, not only for the collector, but for the artist themselves. Look, let's face it, we're never going to be Amazon, right? I don't think we should expect ourselves to be Amazon. That would be so much pressure. You'd have to have a huge team of people working for you. And it's just not feasible with fine art to get your work out as quickly as a product with Amazon. They've got this whole team of people. They've got different locations. They've got an army of people and delivery devices and trucks and planes and drones. Maybe we'll get to that level, but I don't think we need to really focus so much on beating Amazon. I just think we need to focus on being efficient. And efficient means a lot of times not just being like the artist who's like, well, whatever, I'll get to it when I get to it, but being the artist who's professional, who treats this as a business. Because for a collector buying art, and sometimes they're buying a $10,000 piece, $20,000 piece, you want to be efficient with that. Obviously, you want to take the time to protect it well, like I said, but you want to be efficient with that because they're really putting a lot of money and an investment into your work. So being efficient just makes you look even better, and it gives you a leg up on somebody else who is going to just be like, I'll get to it at the end of the week. I'll get to it next week. So I do think it is important. And look, this really goes for all readiness as an artist in general. I think sometimes we feel like, well, we can be a little more laid back as artists, but nowadays things are happening so much faster. And for example, Shockbox, sometimes we'll have a turnaround after the jury is done during a competition or an art exhibition, and you have about 2.5 weeks to ship your work out. If you're not ready for that, and you go, I'll get to it next week, you might not get your artwork in time, it might not get on the wall. So because of those things, you kind of have to be ready. Just like you're going to be shipping a piece out to a collector, you want to be ready to ship your work to galleries, because sometimes there's a tight schedule on all these galleries as well. So this means just a couple things, and then I'll leave you with this for today because I think you get the point. But this just means really, obviously, getting better at your craft, getting better at your craft of boxing too. For me now, it's like an assembly line. I've gotten to a place where I can just knock these out so quickly, so efficiently, and protect everything really well. I haven't really had any problems with it over my 620 plus paintings that I've sold. I have not had problems with it because I've taken my time to hone this as a craft as well. You can look back at some of my videos on YouTube. I have some old videos on shipping and packaging your work. That might be a good starting point for you. Otherwise, you can look online. I know a lot of these online art platforms have their own specifications too, so you can look into that. But one of the biggest parts for me is being prepared. Always having some materials on hand. It's like if you want to get in the studio and paint and you don't have any materials, you're not going to be able to paint, and then that's going to set you back, and then you might not have the motivation to paint later once you get it. So I always like to have the barrier of entry be very low. I want it to be like I can just get in there and do it. Every once in a while, you're going to get into a bind and you're going to need to go out and get some supplies. Like I go to Box City. I also order some stuff online from like certain box stores or from Amazon, material-wise, tape, wiring mechanisms, stuff like that. But I get a lot of my boxing material at Box City, and I know all the locations. I know the ones that are close to my house, so I can go out and get those. But just always have some materials on hand. I always have my foam packaging pads ready to go. I got 2 inches and 1 inches ready to go. I've got my thin layer of styrofoam rollers for the protecting of the images on the top. I've got those ready to go. I've got tape ready to go. I've got all my measuring, my staple gun, my scissors, my wraps, my bubble wraps, my corner protectors, and I will always have different types and sizes of boxes ready to go. I have a lot of stuff that I've accumulated over the years. A little pro tip is to hold on to boxes that you get from Amazon for other shipments that are thinner, that are within like the 3 to 4 inch thin range. I just accumulate those and I hold on to those because on my smaller paintings to medium-sized paintings, I can use a lot of those and reuse a lot of those. So you don't have to go out and buy boxes. That's a little tip. That's something that I can do. You can also go to other stores and see if they have discarded boxes. So if you want to cut down on materials, you can do that too. But I will at least have a couple 24 by 26 boxes on hand for my medium to smaller pieces. And I will at least have a few 27 by 37 pieces. And these are mirror boxes that I can also put together to make larger pieces. So I have a couple of those at least on hand, maybe 3 or 4, even better. I will have some bigger boxes that I've accumulated from stuff that I've ordered on hand. And that just gives you a variety of sizes, a variety of shapes, a variety of pieces that you can put together. You can always cut down boxes and fold them. I have stuff on that online as well. You can check that out. But just be prepared. That will make the barrier of entry very low. And when somebody orders something, you can just pop into the studio. You can wire it if it hasn't been wired. You can paint the sides if it hasn't been painted. And then you wrap it and write the note, get the certificate of authenticity, and then ship it out. That's what I do. I think it's easy once you've done this 10, 20, 40, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000 times. You get really efficient at it. But just like I said, treat it like a business. Make sure you have materials on hand. Don't stress yourself out. Do it consciously and just get in there and knock it out. It'll be off your brain. You can move on to the next thing. You can move on to the next painting or artwork that you're creating, and you can move on to the next order if you have another one come in, hopefully, right? So that's that. That's what I want to talk about today quickly. Yes, this is a same-day delivery episode. That's right, everybody. Getting this out to you same day. So I hope you liked it. Reach out on social media if you want. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Hope you're doing well. Be creative out there. Be good to yourselves. And we will talk to you next time.
Oh, damn it. I'm at the end of the painting and I ran out of black. Ugh. What the hell? Yes, who's there?
Special delivery. 1 tube of black paint.
My God. I only just thought of that. I could get used to this.
You sure could.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.